What's up, Mose? Oh, man. Man, yesterday was brutal. Yeah, I guess everyone liked that about my cousin with his little dick warts. Well, that's what happens. He's always fucking around, if you know what I mean. I think it's safe to say I have a lot of cousins and no one has any idea which one it is, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Looks like we got a little too much light there. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Alright, that's an asshole. And this new phone I got, you can't turn it off. Cannot turn it off when it rings, so I'm going to fucking take it to the range and we're going to blow it to pieces. So I got to take it in the other room and throw it on my son's bed. Piece of shit. Hey, you want to see it? I'm telling you, I ain't even kidding you. You want to see a good, you guys want a good cordless phone and for cheap? I'm hooking this one back up. See this, man? Cheap. It's just a cheap GE. The only thing I don't like about it is the numbers don't, the keys light up, but the numbers themselves don't light up. So someone at GE ain't too bright in the R&D department. But this phone, man, I've thrown it many times because I throw things, and I talk on it all the time. Sometimes me and Bill will be talking, man, I'll be on this thing for like 2 hours, sometimes 3, and the battery holds up. So if you want a good cordless phone, get this one. It has a speakerphone and everything. I think it's really cheap. It's like 40 bucks, and you can turn the fucking ringer off. The other one, you can't turn the ringer off. It doesn't have speakerphone, and it sucks major balls. There's my phone review. What do you think of that? Anyway, we're trying this 1080 again, 1080p, because I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know why my Camtasia software keeps shitting out every time I try to, edit a video in 1080p or compress it. Because when you try to load it straight from the camera to the computer and to YouTube without compressing it, it'll take like an hour for it to upload. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, if there's any, software guys out there that are really good with software, I need your fucking help. I'm tired of this shit. I got a really good computer. It's an HP. It's not even a year old. It's got a lot of muscle, so I don't know. I don't get it. Alright. I don't want to waste too much time. I hear a lot of shit. People are always making videos, and they're never really sure what the hell they're talking about. The only thing they go by is, I got this gun. I got it for a couple months. I have maybe 2 other guns, and I'm going to tell you my expert opinion. Ain't you guys tired of this nonsense? Okay. I'm going to try to put it to an end. I'm not an expert, but I know I got more experience than these fucking clowns. Okay? Alright. Gun finishes. That's what this video is about. Gun finishes. I know it took me long to get started. My brain's a little foggy right now. Which ones last longer than other ones? Well, I'll tell you right now, none of them will last forever. None of them. But there are ones that last just a little bit longer than other ones. Okay? I'm hearing Sig Sauers lose their finish. They don't lose their finish no faster than anybody else. Okay? I have a Kimber. Let's look at the first gun right here. This is a Kimber. Fantastic, high quality gun company. Okay? I only shot, 70-something rounds off of this. Look at the tip of the muzzle. I don't know if this camera will pick it up. See, it should. See it? It's not on close, so it's going to be... I know you can't see it, but all around here, all the finish is coming off. All the steel's poking through. All of it. Back here on the grip safety, see it? All the bluing's coming off. All the steel's poking through. It's normal. And this is a new gun. This is brand new. I only shot 75 rounds through it. It's a baby. The finish comes off. You have acid in your blood. You have acid in your oils in your hands. There's nothing you could do about it. I like when it looks like that. To me, it reminds me of like when a gun gets all worn up. Like I was talking to Mr. 45 Bullet. I said it reminds me of like of an old baseball glove. When it gets all broken in and worn and it fits you perfect, it's all broken in. I like the way it looks. I like when guns look worn out. That's me. If I get a gun that I don't want ever to look worn out, is you get a stainless steel one. They don't wear out, okay? Now here's a Kimber, you know, with the night sights and all. Now you got a $1,000 1911 here from Kimber, one of the top manufacturing gun companies in the world, and the finish comes off. It's normal, okay? Springfield XD. It has like the same bluing as a Sig Sauer, the same bluing as an HK, and on this gun there's shit, I don't know how many rounds are through this. Not many, 100 and some rounds through this, and you know the finish will start to come off of this. It will. It'll start coming off, but it hasn't yet. But it will. These kind of finishes, these thin, smooth, they're pretty. These smooth, nice smooth finishes, these type of bluing finishes, they don't last long. They come off. I mean, they ain't going to come off the whole thing, but all around the edges you're going to start seeing it, all around the back here, wherever it rubs on the holster, it's going to come off. Okay? Just as fast as a Sig, just as fast as a Kimber. No one has a worse finish than the other one. Okay? Now Glock, I have to admit, their finish comes off too. Now remember, there's only 50 rounds through this, and already, you can't see it on the camera, but I can see it right now. This line where it's beveled, where the steel bends and makes it that line, you can see the white steel coming through the finish. Okay? Now the Glock has a Tiffiner finish. It might last just a teeny bit longer. It is a nice tough finish, but all this comes off the Glock. All this comes off the Glock. This will all be off. You know, all around the edges, the sides, the bluing, the Tiffiner special bullshit finish they put on there, it all comes off. So, it's normal. It's normal. Okay, this is already starting, and it's just from handling it. Just from handling the weapons, the guns, the finish will come off. Not even necessarily shooting them. Now, in my experience, which finish really lasts the longest? You ain't going to believe it when I tell you. This one. But it comes off too. This one right here. The Springfield Armory Gi. The Parkerized finish will outlast any of these, with the exception of stainless steel. The Parkerized finish. I handle this gun more than any gun that I have. Every night, I'm always handling it. Every night, I'm putting it on my end table. I'm putting it on my dresser. You know, I'm always carrying it around because I just like it. I'm like Charlie Brown, Linus with his blanket. Well, that's me with my gun. I walk around like a big baby. I just like to hold it. You know what I mean? And if you look at it, I've handled this gun more than any gun. The first place where it comes off is around the grip safety, around the bottom. Nothing. Its Parkerized is probably the toughest. But it will come off eventually. It will come off, but it'll last longer than all of these. That's my experience so far. I handle this one the most. You know, this has more rounds through it than any gun on the table, and none of the finish is off it yet anywhere, except on the top of the barrel hood. But that's friction finish. That's supposed to come off. That looks good when it comes off. Yeah. You know how many times my thumb's on this hammer? All the time. Okay. How many times I do this at night? Just sit there and fuck around and go. And usually the finish comes right off of there, man, because of the acid in your oils in your skin. So, if you really want to know what the real deal is, Sig's finish don't come off no faster than Springfield, no faster than Kimber's don't come off, no faster than an XD. It's all bullshit. Okay? So don't spread rumors when you don't really know what you're talking about, man. You really, it's not true. I had a Sig, a Sig 229's gone now because I traded it for this bad boy, wouldn't you? And I've handled the shit out of that gun, and No bluing came off it at all. No bluing came off it. Could there be a factory fuck up here and there? I don't see how. How can they fuck it up in the bluing department? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Prepped properly. If you do get a gun and the finish comes off easy. But I haven't experienced it yet. I have a Colt Combat Commander hanging over there, and the finish is coming off of that too. Which is Colt, to me, Colt's finish visually, they do the best bluing I've ever seen. But it comes off, just like, it doesn't last any longer. The bluing just will not hold on to the steel when human beings are touching it with their acidy hands. You can't help it. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't care if you wipe it off every time you're done with it. Every time you wipe it off, even though you're using that silicone rag, just the friction of that rag takes the bluing off, little by little. You can't see it, but it's doing it little by little. Who has the tougher finish? I would say the Parkerized is first. That lasts the longest. Then I'd say Glock, because they have that Tiffiner finish. Then I'd say HK, because they have a, forget what it's called. It's a high something finish for the elements, and the HK and the Sig Sauer has the high, resistance to the elements finish too. But the one that really lasts the longest, if you really want to know, it's the Parkerized. So if you get a 1911, it's Parkerized. Your finish lasts a really long time, but who cares? It's going to come off. If you're going to use the gun, it's going to come off. So the Glock, like I said, the Glock hangs in there just a hair longer, because they have that Tiffiner. You can feel it. It's like it's not as smooth like this. It's like orange peel. Feels like an orange peel type feeling. Like vinyl, has a vinyl feel to it. And what that does is it makes it microscopically porous, so when you put your hands on it, oils of your hand is not getting on the gun as much, because microscopically it looks like this. You understand? So the acid from your hand don't get on all of it. It just gets on the points like this. And when you wipe it, but it's not much longer. Like I said, not that you're going to notice. Okay, now this gun here, this is I love this stainless steel. Now there's two kinds of different stainless steel treatments. This is, see, they have this. This looks like it's spray painted silver. That's how beautiful the stainless steel is. And just for your safety homos out there, this will look like this until my great grandson is 90 years old. This lasts forever. This is the best. This is blown. It's like sandblasting, but it's used with glass. It's blown. It's a blown, blasted stainless steel finish, and it's fantastic. It looks like paint. It looks like spray paint, but it's not. It's the real steel. That's the way it is, and that's how they get it like that. I called Sig and I said, "Damn, how do you get it that way? It looks so great." And there. Then you got the other type of stainless steel where it looks like steel. I don't have anything like that, so I can't even show you. Do I? No, not no more. So, like if you look at a Ruger Alaskan stainless steel, that's your typical looking stainless steel. Then you have blasted stainless steel, which looks like this. And Kimber stainless steel too look like these. Looks like it's painted silver. It's the blasted glass treatment. However they do it. Alright, so stop spreading rumors saying certain gun companies, the finishes come off and all that, because that's a bunch of crap. Okay? It's just not true. Alright, don't get dick words.